man. You think we should start telling people to like, comment, subscribe, and all that?
No, why not? Why would we do that? Everybody does that.
Yeah.
You just tell them don't like, don't comment, and unsubscribe.
Yeah, it does get annoying hearing people say that.
Don't support our channel.
All right, welcome to Black Book Basics. I'm Opus, this is T, and today we're gonna be talking to you about
Here you go again.
why is my ex angry when she dumped me?
That doesn't really make
Dude,
sense.
that is crazy. I feel like the majority of the time when a girl does dump you, they just get angry. They get mad.
You would think that she's on the bigger and better things. The grass is greener on the other side of the fence. She's on the greener pastures, but that's not always the case.
So first and foremost, it could be your actual initial reaction to the breakup. A lot of times, if you start acting all like needy and oh baby, I love doing this. Oh baby, I love you. I need you. Come back to me, girl. You the only girl for me in my life. I can't do this without you. When you start doing dumb stuff like that, of course she's gonna be like, man, you're a punk. You ain't supposed to be acting like this. And she's gonna get like frustrated because for one, you're over here blowing her phone up. And then two, you calling her saying the dumbest stuff you could ever say to a woman. And you're over here crying. It's like an embarrassment. And then she's thinking like, man, what did I ever see in this little pansy?
He's the guy I was with for 5 years that I almost thought like getting married to and giving my last and taking his last name and bearing his children. My God.
I even had raw sex with this guy. Like, man, we'd have had some ugly babies.
It's gonna be one of them babies that you see them that ugly and be like, they got a good heart. This is a little sweethearted little baby. Jesus does love.
That baby's gonna grow up to be special. No girl wants to deal with you. They don't want you to be a problem. The breakup itself is already like rough on them, okay? And obviously rough on you. Last thing they want to do is have to like deal with this guy that's like stalking her and like harassing her and constantly calling her and driving by her house and calling her parents up and buying flowers for her and all that dumb stuff. Like they don't want to deal with that. And the majority of the time, they just want that space. They want the gap. They want the gap. They need that time away from you. They need that break. And a lot of the times the women will tell you that. I just need a little bit of space right now. And these guys, like, they don't even listen to them. Like these women are telling you what they want. I want space. I need space. And what do? They go back to like calling them and blowing the phone up. And she's like, yo, I told you what to do. I told you I need space, but you ain't listening. So that's kind of, they start getting mad at stuff like that.
Essentially, you're not acting like a man after a breakup because it's just incongruent, especially because when she first met you, you were acting in a very attractive way, in a very masculine way, because that's the reason why she fell in love with you. At the end of a breakup, she's like, I don't even know who this guy is. You're getting into it with the cashier at Panda Express. You're blowing up at her. Like, put some more beef and broccoli on my ex made the best beef and broccoli, and you need to do it like her. And she's like, I don't know what this, like, security, escort this guy out of here now. Tossing you out of there like Jazzy Jeff on the Fresh Prince because you don't know how to control your emotions. So it's just a total turnoff for women that, they see you in that manner. So at the end of the day, when you push someone to their limits, when you're constantly hitting them up, you're constantly forcing the issue because men, we just have that inclination. Because men, we just have that. Yeah, I did spit, man. That was crazy, wasn't it?
That was big old
That was great. That was wild. Ain't nothing got on the camera. It's good. But we just have a natural inclination to want to fix things. It's just that we're hardwired evolutionary-wise to build and destroy and to fix things. At the end of a breakup, not only do we have that drive, the emotional side comes, with it as well because, we're torn, we're hurt, we're going through this. So that blend comes and it's a destructive blend because we want to fix it, but then we'll go to desperate measures to fix it. And this is all about, we're compensating for that loss. So that's not how men act because men, we generally want to be centered emotionally and think logically. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be emotional, be upset after a breakup, but you can't fly off the handle. When you're pushing your ex to the limit, pushing her, and you're desperate, you're acting erratic, that erratic thing is a interesting concept because there's a study that I read that tested the brain receptors of heroin addicts, and the same receptors that were activated from heroin addiction, from heroin addicts, are the same receptors that light up when you're in love. So when they get that hit, that popping that. Look, I've never done heroin. I just see it in the movies. So I just know how to emulate it.
His probation officer subscribed to the channel, so he's never done any kind of heroin in his life.
I mean, doing heroin is illegal. I mean, I would never do drugs. But if I did, here's how I would do it. It's like OJ. We see what happens when a heroin addict is in the throes of addiction when they're not getting that fix. It's a lot of erratic behavior, a lot of destructive behavior. So when you're going through heartache, it's the same type of behavior. So when you're dealing with something like that and your ex is seeing you become erratic and she gets to the point where she's like, there's a level of unpredictability. Like, I don't know what he's gonna do next. I can't be nice to this guy anymore and say, hey, look, it's just not working out. And you've been doing drive-by, you coming up to a job, you coming up to a mama's job. She got like, look, we're done. If you do this again, I'm calling the cop. She's gonna be angry. She can't get through to you and speak to you like a human being, like a man anymore. So she has to come at you like a savage. So yeah, she's gonna be angry because you're thinking that, well, she's just acting like a bitch. No, this is her last resort. She can't be nice to you anymore because you're not getting the hint. You're not getting the message. And that's why she's gonna block you on social media. That's why she's gonna be cold to you. That's why she's not gonna reply to your text because you don't get the point. You didn't listen to her in the beginning and said, look, this is not working. Please move on. So now she has a resort to anger. I'm getting angry just thinking about how messed up all of the actions that we do after a breakup. I did it, he did it, and you do it. But this is why we created this channel.
Sit next to you. Why you yelling so loud, man?
Sorry, man.
I'm waiting to get a right hook and shit.
I had the episode at Panda Express. It happened to me. No, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Happened at Chick-fil-A.
So another reason why your ex may get mad when she's the one that dumped you is because she knows that she made a mistake. She's dating this new guy, and this new guy, they've been together for like 2 weeks. And now she's starting to realize, like, man, this dude is worse than my ex was. This guy's a chump. Sits on the dang couch playing video games, can't even cook for himself, eating bonbons all dang day. Well, at least my ex had some type of motivation to him. At least he kind of, understood me. He was at least good in bed. He at least had bigger than a 2-inch penis. And she starts to realize, like, man, I messed up. But when you're doing the whole radio silence thing and you ain't talking to her, you're doing no contact, she's gonna just get mad at that. The fact that, she feels like she missed out. Like she's gonna get that anxiety of like, it's over. I ruined it. I ruined a good thing. This guy, he wasn't really as bad as I thought he was. He was actually a really decent guy. He actually was good with my kids, cool with my parents. And man, I just completely ruined it because I was just
I wanted to be a thought.
Yeah.
I wanted to had that hot girl summer in the midst of a pandemic. And I just dumped my ex and I made a mistake. Another reason why she's angry after she dumped you is because she's dealing with, she kind of, alluded to it, but she's dealing with a new guy, and the new guy, Tarquavion, is just hitting and quitting it and just, treating her like the thought she is. And she didn't expect that. She wanted to monkey branch into something new, and Tarquavion is like, I see how you are. You just got out of a breakup 2 weeks ago. I met you on Tinder.
And she thinks how she wants Opus back instead of Tarquavion's punk ass. She's thinking about how smooth Opus was and how good he caressed that body and how that 4-inch penis used to break her off and climax her every single time.
4-inch daddy long stroke out here in these streets. Right. That 4 inches, she was longing for it. Tarquavion was coming with that anaconda, and she said
that 2-inch magic, boy. 2 inches of magic.
That anaconda that Tarquavion was laying down, it just wasn't enough. It was hitting different, but she just is like, look, I need the 2-stroke that Opus was bringing to the table, and Tarquavion didn't even cuddle me afterward. He just said, hey, look, it's time to go. I got the Ubers waiting for you outside.
Shit went from a honey bun to a roast beef sandwich and shit. Damn it, Tarquavion.
Another reason why she's angry after a breakup is because the breakup is affecting her too. I mean, women do have feelings, and we get a lot of angst and animosity towards our ex after the breakup. She's a heartless bitch. I hate this woman. She's destroyed my life. But at the same time, that's all you see. All you see is her blocking you on Instagram, not returning your text, telling you to, get out of my life. But what you don't see is the fact that she's hurting. She's hurting too because she made the decision. It was a difficult decision to make. We act out, even off of the decision that we make that we feel is the best decision for us at that particular time. And she's expressing anger. It could be anger at you, but it could also be anger at herself. And she's gonna take it out on you. That's just showing that she is hurt and she's going through the grieving process. She's going through a healing process as well. You don't see that side though. We only see, what we are shown, but she's not showing you when she's at home, she's crying herself to sleep, every night because she's upset at, this situation too. She's not gonna allow you to see it because a lot of times she don't want to give you the validation to know that she's hurting too because she is missing out on a good thing and she's rolling dice on this situation and it might not work out. So a lot of times she's gonna project that anger on you.
You gotta think, it could possibly just be a test. Maybe she's testing you. She's torn up and she's emotional inside and she's not getting the type of reaction that she wanted out of you. So what does she do? She's gonna call you up and test you to see where you stand. Mm-hmm. Most guys after the breakup, they get all emotional. They do the whole
they do
crying.
Really?
And, that's the word on that's the word on the street. Rumor going around. Yeah. They cry, they get needy, they get desperate, they start begging. So she'll get mad you're not doing that. Like that's what they want to happen. They want to know that they're appreciated. They want to know you still care about them. They want to know that you are affected by this. So they're gonna test you. They're gonna take little jabs at you. They're gonna call you up with that anger and see if it provokes you to kind of get angry too. If you start to get mad, that kind of shows that you still care. Like when you're you're up and what, F you, and you're arguing back and forth with her. That shows obviously you still have some type of emotional or feelings or some way, shape, or form still care about her.
Because if you didn't have any emotions, you wouldn't even care.
Exactly. You'll just be like, all right, cool, whatever. This happened to me. Girl calls me up, after she breaks up with me, and I know you cheated on me. I know you did. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. And she was kind of all in me. I'm kind of sitting there all right, you broke up with me. So it's we're done now. I mean, you have no facts to back that up. I'm not going to argue with you about it. If we're done, we're done. I got to get going. Take care. Click. She called back a few, later that day, a few hours ago. But anyways, she's testing the water. She's kind of seeing where you stand. She's poking at the drag and seeing if you're going to react to it is what she's doing.
Or she can just be a straight up narcissist.
A narcissist, yes. That's a big one.
She can just be a straight up narcissist.
Yes.
I mean, we don't even have to get into that. She can just be a narcissist and just showing erratic behavior, manipulating you to try to get you back, gaslighting you to try to, provoke some type of emotional response from you to make you think that you're the crazy one and that, you made the mistake and whatever the many traits of what narcissists do, the many examples, the many behaviors that narcissists exhibit to try to manipulate you to make her feel good about her decision, validate her decision, reaffirm her decision that she felt shitty about. You know what? I did do him wrong, but if I make him upset, if I gaslight him, if I just confuse him and make it seem like it's his fault for the breakup, and it's really my fault that I wanted to go out and return some of these DMs and get flued out somewhere and getting thotted up and, do my thing out here. I'm gonna leave him. I know there's some guilt because all of my friends are telling me Eric is a good guy and I shouldn't be leaving a good thing, but I gotta get out here and amongst the wolves and the streets. The streets are calling me and I'm gonna, break up with Eric. And in order to justify my emotions, I'm gonna treat him like shit, become angry at him, gaslight him, and he'll have feelings of guilt and he'll have feelings of, maybe it was my fault. Maybe I did deserve this. Now she's alleviated of that guilt, which is it's a very dastardly thing. It's a very horrible thing to do, but that does happen. Only you know if you're dealing with a narcissist or not though. That's for you to decide. And unfortunately, this is what they do. So if you're able to peep that game and see that this is what she's trying to do, don't have any feelings of guilt. It's not your fault, for the breakup. But that's for you to look at and get clarity about and be self-aware about yourself and have awareness about what she's doing and if she's manipulating you or not.
Go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to T's probation officer, Mrs. Dingle Wiggle. If you're looking for a private coaching session, hit us up at blackbookbasics.com/private coaching, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Dingle Wiggle, I like that.
Dingle Wiggle.
I wiggle my dingle every day.
Dingle Wiggle. This is Dingle Wiggle. I'm here to report for probation.
Name is Ruth Ann Dingle Wiggle.